Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Taking the Stress Out of Money, empowering women who want to achieve financial stability and leave a legacy for their loved ones. I am Judith Moore, a chartered certified accountant by profession and a financial educator for women. I am absolutely passionate about helping women who want to take control of their finances. The question is, are you that woman who is ready to make 2022 the year you finally take control of your finances by changing your spending and saving habits? Do you believe that you can have more money and keep more money without necessarily going out there to make more money? In the last two episodes, we discussed steps 1 and 2 of this three-step process, where we emphasize the importance of having the right mindset before you embark on your financial journey in step 1 and assessing your current financial position in step 2. Today, we are going to go into step 3 of the process. I am absolutely excited about step 3. And why is that? That's because this is a step where you start seeing some wins and start getting motivated and inspired to keep going. The third step of this process is the planning step, the planning phase of this process. And in this process, we begin the process by setting our financial goals. How do you start the process? Make a list of all the things that you would like to achieve in 2022. Remember, the plan is to make 2022 your best financial year so that you can achieve financial stability and take it even further. So now that you have your mindset in the right place, write a list of all the things that you want to achieve. This will set the stage for you. Now spend time in this process because this is what will determine why you're doing what you're doing. And when you've written down everything, absolutely everything that you want to achieve, I want you to go a step further. I want you to sit down and focus on identifying 3 of those things, 3 of the most important things on that list, 3 of the things that are topmost on your list in importance that you want to achieve. Pick out those 3 things. And what's the criteria for identifying those 3 things? Pick out the 3 things that when achieved will have a spiral effect on every other area in your life. 3 things that when achieved will have such a big impact on your life that all the other ones will just fall in. I'll give you an example. Let's say one of your top 3 goals was to buy a property by the end of 2022. Let's say you wanted to buy your own home in 2022, but you had debt. You had credit card debt or you had a personal loan that was standing in your way of being able to buy your own property. What is going to be your top priority here? Yes, you want to buy your property at the end of 2022. But we also know that in order to achieve that goal, you need to get out of debt. You need to clear off all the debt that you have in order to create cash flow that you're going to save towards the deposit for your property. So which of these goals is going to be your priority? So your priority goal is not writing down that you want to buy a property or you want to buy your own property. Yes, it can be on your list, but your top priority will be to focus on paying down any debt that you have, all of it. Why? Because when you pay down this debt, that is going to have a lot of impact on your life. What are the different things that will happen when you pay down this debt? And how is that going to facilitate your being able to achieve your goal of buying your own property at the end of the year? 1 is going to take the burden off you of the interest that you're paying. When that burden goes off, that creates additional cash flow. Remember that the more interest you pay, the more money leaves your pocket and the less money you have to save. So when you pay off your debt, when you prioritize paying off your debt, you're doing a few things in the same process. 1, you're relieving yourself of the burden of debt. 2, you are creating more cash flow for yourself, keeping more of your money to yourself rather than giving it to the banks as interest. And three, you are building your credit. You are building your credit rating so that at the time you get to the point where you want to get your own mortgage to buy your own property, you have a really good credit score. So you see, identifying that top goal, which is going to have an effect on all other goals that you want to achieve, it's important. Your goal doesn't have to be financial, remember. It could still be something else. It could still be in a different area, but that area may have a huge impact on your life in a way that it will have a spiral effect on the other areas, and it's going to lead to you achieving more. I'm going to give you another tiny example of myself. You see, I used to crave. I used to feel like eating all the time, and I was bloating. My tummy will bloat, I will crave, and I just wanted to chew. I just wanted to eat something. And I never knew that it was like something that I could easily get rid of. So my sister sent me this video on health and how you can improve your health with eating and wanting to eat all the time and our hormones and all of that stuff. And I watched this video and it completely changed everything. I had like a mindset switch straight away. I used to buy, in an effort to stay healthy, I used to buy nuts like cashew nuts, almonds. I used to buy them all the time because I wanted to keep chewing and eating something constantly. I wanted to eat something healthy. So I always bought cashew nuts, and that was like £4 I spent on cashew nuts every week. But guess what? When I watched that video and had my mindset switch straight away, I stopped buying cashew nuts because I didn't have to crave anymore. I stopped craving, I stopped having bloating, and what did I do? That saved me £4 every week. Work it out. £4 every week for a whole year. How much is that? It's about £200 of savings. Whether you like to believe it or not, these monies build up. So that saved me £200 a year. Yes, it's not. It may not sound like a big amount of money. That was not my financial goal at the time, but it was a health goal. But you can see, it didn't just give me better health, but it also gave me an achievement in my finances. So you see, you need to identify your top goal. This is just a tiny example, just to show you that nothing is too little. No goal is too small. The whole idea is to make and prioritize those goals, especially those ones that will help you win like straight away. Because as humans, we like to win. As humans, we are motivated when we are winning. As humans, we are encouraged when we are winning. So pick your top 3 goals. The top 3 goals at the top of your list that you would really like to achieve, and focus on those 3 goals so that you can start taking action towards those 3 goals. And when you achieve those 3 goals, then they are going to have a spiral effect on other areas of your finances. Another very good example of a non-financial goal which may spiral to other areas of your life and also improve your finances is working on your career. Maybe you want a promotion at work. One of your goals or one of your top goals is that you want to have a promotion at work. What is the impact of that? That means when you work on having that promotion, then it probably will come with a salary rise, and it's going to come with professional development. It's going to come with increase in confidence. So you see, that's a goal that when achieved will have a spiral effect on other areas of your life, and it's going to make life even better for you. That is why it is very, very important for you to spend time in this area. It is important for you to spend time in this area identifying those goals that are very important for you, because when you achieve those goals, they are going to have a bigger impact on your life than you may think about or you may have anticipated. Ensure that these goals are yours. Ensure that they are your own goals. So many people let other people make these choices for them. So many people let other people determine what their goal should be. Or maybe you have somebody telling you you should have a baby, for example, or somebody telling you you should go for that promotion, for example. If that's not what you want, you don't have to do it, because it has to be yours. Yes, somebody may encourage you, somebody may get you thinking of what you can do, but the final decision has to be yours, because it is only when the decision is yours that you'll be motivated and encouraged to carry on and see it right through. When you've identified your top 3 goals, the next thing you need to do is to make these goals substantial. It is very important that you do this. If you want to be promoted, for example, you need to ensure that you know what job title you want to be promoted to. At what date do you want this promotion? Set a time frame to which you will achieve this goal. I want to be promoted to so and so position in the next 12 months. I want to pay off my debt of so and so credit card or so and so personal loan in the next so and so date. I want to save up so and so amount by so and so date. It is only when you make your goals substantial that they become achievable. When you do this, it is then easier for you to set up a plan on achieving this. For example, I want to buy my first property. I'm a first-time buyer, and I want to save up to buy my first home. How much is my deposit going to be? Let's say my deposit is £15,000, and I want to have that deposit by the 31st of December 2022. What do? I then know that I need to look at my different investing options. I need to look at my different savings options. If you came to me, for example, and you were below 40, I'll advise you, or I'll direct you to opening a lifetime ISA. Why? Because with a lifetime ISA, you know that you're going to save up £12,000 by the 31st of December. And what will that do for you? That will give you your £15,000 that you need to buy your first home. £12,000 means you can then break it down to monthly. If you're paid monthly, you know that I will save up £1,000 every single month for the next 12 months to get £12,000 in my lifetime ISA. And with a 25% top up by the government, that will give me another £3,000, and that makes my £15,000 that I need for my deposit. So when you break down your goal, when you have your goals written down, you have them substantiated with a time frame, then that helps you to put a plan in place towards achieving this goal, and that makes it easier. That means you break down your goal into smaller chunks, and when you do this, you can see that they are achievable. You can see that, oh, I can achieve this. Maybe if you just say, oh, £15,000 or £18,000, £20,000, and that looks like a very, very big amount. But if you give yourself a time frame and you break it down into monthly goals, into monthly actions that you're going to take, then you're going to realize that you can achieve this. Or if that means breaking it down even further, then you can reassess your position and readjust your goals. But you need to substantiate your goals with a time frame so that you can set up a good plan to achieving these goals. So to summarize, for each of the 3 goals that you have written, write down what steps you will take each and every month to achieve your goal. For example, setting up your monthly goals, your monthly targets that you achieve for each of those 3 goals. What are the steps that you will take that will make you to stay inspired. Remember that as the months go by, you're going to face challenges. Everything is not going to be perfect. Everything is not going to go according to plan. You will need to keep your mindset constantly and continuously in check. You will need to continue feeding your mindset so that you don't derail, so that you don't get detached from your plan. You don't get distracted from your goal, even when the tough days come. And you're going to do this by evaluating your circle of influence. You're going to keep feeding your mindset by ensuring that the people who you're hanging around with, the people who are around you, are people who are encouraging, people who are motivating, people who like to see you win, who will help you stay on track. These people are not naysayers. These people are not people who think you cannot achieve this or who think you cannot achieve that, and they're constantly telling you, oh, you're trying too hard, you cannot achieve this or you cannot achieve that. These should be people who are constantly inspiring you, who are constantly motivating you, who are constantly making you see that you can achieve what you want to achieve. The next thing you need to do as well to keep your mindset in check and to continue feeding it is to read the necessary books that you need to read that will inspire you, that will motivate you. There are a lot of personal finance books out there that will encourage you, that will give you more knowledge on the different things that you need to be doing to keep on track. There are a lot of podcasts out there on personal finance as well that will inspire you, that will motivate you, and keep your mindset in check. So, evaluating your circle of influence simply means to evaluate the people that you're listening to. They don't have to be physical people in front of you. You can get mentors these days everywhere. The internet has made it very easy. You can listen to podcasts. You don't have to pay for them. You can go to YouTube and get videos on how to do things. You can, there are so many programs out there that you can listen to. You can get books now without having to pay a lot of money to get them online. You can get Kindle books and read them. There is so much you can do to keep your mindset in check, to be focused on what you're doing. So you need to continuously feed your mindset so that you can keep yourself on track. Finally, you want to review the steps that you've taken every 3 months. So quarterly, you want to go through a review process to find out where you are at with achieving your goals. So that if you've distracted from the plan, or something has happened that has taken you off the plan, or something major has happened that you couldn't achieve, you can reevaluate your goal and maybe readjust the steps, or readjust your achievable step, readjust the amount of money that you need to be putting in or that you need to be saving, and that will just keep you on track. Make sure you do an evaluation. Make sure you do a review of where you are at every 3 months so that you can keep yourself accountable and stay on track. If you totally engross yourself in this process, you will realize that you achieve your goal, and by the end of the year, you will get to where you wanted to get to. I hope you found value with this episode, and if you did, please do subscribe to the channel and share this video with your best girlfriends so that they can learn as well. We also have a very good resource on our blog, mysavvyfinance.com, which gives you the tools that you need to start your financial journey and take it to the next level. I wish you a very good day and see you on the next episode.